So today we'll be going over the installation and box opening of a brand new robot. So today we're using an i5 robot and its control box. So on the side of the control box, you'll be able to see the model number, which is CBM2000, and that 2000 represents 2000 watts. So our 5, 10, 16 robots all use this 2000 watt control box. And on the robot, we have a piece of paper that you can see. It says i5. And again, we also have a sticker on the side of the box that will say AUBO i5 robot as well. And there's also a teach pendant, which is what the TP stands for. So now, once we have the robot and the control box opened up, let's go ahead and look at what's inside. So inside the control box, we have the power wire, which will power the control box. And under the foam, we have the control box itself. So be careful when you lift out the control box. As you can see there are 3 ports, which we will talk a little bit more about later on. And now on to the robot box. So on top, we have 2 sets of wiring. We have one for the robot connection and one for the teach pendant connection. Lifting this foam up, this is where you will be able to find your teach pendant, your robot, and some screws. So first, under this foam, there will be a Ziploc bag. And in this bag, you'll have some wiring that you can use for your tool end, and also some screws to screw in your robot. And under this piece of foam, we can see the teach pendant. Now let's open up the foams for the robot itself. Now these foams are in place just to make sure during transport the robot does not get damaged. So as you can see here, the foam is stuck in pretty tight. And you want to make sure when you're pulling out the robot from the box, you don't hold it by the small end. You want to grab it by the larger joints. Well, you can hold it by the smaller joints, but just make sure you're very careful when you're doing so. So now, once you remove the robot from the box, you can, try to put it on a stand like we have here. And to screw the robot in, you'll want to use the 6mm Allen key. This stand right here, you can also purchase from AUBO, or you can customize your own stand as well. So you'll have your 4 screws to stabilize your robot onto the stand. As you can see here, the robot also is in its packaging pose, which it comes out of the box in. So now onto the control box. As you can see here, there are 3 sets of wires that will connect to it. This is the power wire, and the other end will connect to your wall plug, 110-volt wall plug. And this one, as you can see here, you got to make sure you look at the connector to see which connection it is for. And this one's for the robot. So there are some notches on this connector, so you want to turn it a little bit to see where the notches are. And once you feel it go in, you can turn that top cap to screw it fully in. And this last one is the teach pendant. Again, make sure the connector and match the slot. Once you have matched it, turn the top cap to screw it fully in, and do the same thing with it on the teach pendant itself. There you go. You have connected all your robot to the control box, your teach pendant, as well. You've plugged in your control box is now powered. So now all you gotta do to turn it on, so you gotta press the switch on top of the power cord. And as you can see here, the power light is green. However, you must wait for the standby light to turn yellow or orange and then you can turn on your teach pendant. If the standby light doesn't turn orange, you won't be able to turn on your teach pendant. So now the teach pendant is turning on. So now the process of the teach pendant turning on will just take a little while the first time you open it up. It will be loading up the AUBOPE. And once the AUBOPE loads up, we will be able to move the robot. Now after this video, please go ahead and check out the quick start video to get a quick feel of how to use this AUBOPE software. And after that, you should be able to get started making some easy projects on your robot. So now the robot is initializing, powering on, and also releasing its brakes. And there you go, the software has launched up. So right now the robot is still in its packaging pose, so we want to move it out of this pose just to show you guys what that looks like. Right now we're just turning a few of the joints. Just to make sure everything is good and running. Now I press the force control button, and as you can see here, after pressing the force control button, you're able to move the robot by hand to adjust it to a better position. Now your robot is all set up, so please go ahead and check out the quick start video, and you can get started making some simple projects with your new AUBO Cobot.